up? It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to episode 2 of Keep It or Kick It. I never know what to do with my hands when I say that. I was so excited. Yes, I'm already doing episode 2. I got so much hype for the first one. It just motivated me and kept me excited. It made me want to start the second one basically immediately. So thank you everyone who showed love for episode 1. It was so much fun. This episode will be featuring... My shirt doesn't even look green. Damn it. I wore green to match the theme of this vlog, which is green books, voted on by my Carmilla patrons. There's a little bit of a difference in this one. Okay, I started this vlog out with book shopping, as y'all saw, because I wanted to start this vlog with Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. Story with this. I pre-ordered this from Barnes & Noble though, so you know, it's usually like a day or two late. It's been 4 days. And I'm like, I can wait no longer. So I went to go just get it because I still had some on this gift card. I was like, let me just get it, and then once the pre-order one comes, it's the exact same edition. It's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. We'll just return that one because I want to start this today. And it's a green cover. So I figured the book shopping would make up for the lack of the spinner wheel for the first book, but we're still gonna spin for the second book because unlike the first episode, I did already pick out my options. If you missed the first episode, I let my patrons pick the color. First one, they had no idea what they were picking color for, but now they did. Green actually came second the first time, so they chose green. I have 10 books from my green shelf because my shelves are color coordinated, and I choose 10 that I'm in the mood for, and I put them on this wheel, and then we spin, we read, we decide if we keep it or kick it. Do I actually kick the books? No, maybe one day. The rules are the books that I pick as options have to be books that I bought with my own money. No library books, none of Joey's books, and no gifts because I don't get rid of gifts. And the point is to get rid of books on my physical TBR. So we have these 10. We're just gonna rapid fire them. I'm not gonna talk about the synopsis unless they're chosen. Okay, first up, which I'm really hoping I get to in this vlog, The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, the 3rd book in the X-Hex series. We have Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White. This is a YA horror. Claws and Cubicles by Kate Pryor. This is actually 2 books in one, and these are monster romances. We have The Kiss of Deception, which, yeah, no, I haven't read yet. I have the trilogy because I got the whole series from Pango for a super cheap price. This is your like classic YA that everyone but me has read. Have a botanical garden? No. A Botanical Daughter by Noah Medlock. I believe this is a Frankenstein reimagining. We have Green Dot by Madeline Gray, which is a lit fic. You'd Look Better as a Ghost. We have a female serial killer who kills people with hammers. And then The X-Files. This is majority green, I feel like. You know, the spine's green, so I'm counting it. This is by Jessica Joyce. This is a second chance romance, which is my favorite romance trope, and it's set at this wedding. I don't know, I heard the writing's really good with this, so I kind of hope this wins as well. I'm really in a romance mood, if you couldn't tell. Speaking of romance, Juniper Hill. This is a very green cover by Devney Perry. This is a sequel to Indigo Ridge in the Edens series, which I'm enjoying. I enjoy Devney Perry's writing. It's like nothing too complex. It's very easy to fly through, and I really like the first book. And then we have Catalina. It's an Aardvark book. This is set at Harvard. It's super short. I try to be easy on myself with the length of these books, okay? But yeah, Lost and Lassoed is definitely going to be the first book, but we're going to spin for book 2. I just got to write these down first. So nervous. All right, time to spin. I have a couple that I would prefer. I should have thought this through more. I made this pile like a week or 2 ago. I should have refreshed it just in case. Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. No regrets. Ready? You Look Better as a Ghost! Okay, that's one that I have been wanting to read since like July. This is gonna be book 2, and it's very much a green cover. My friend Shay read this. She said it was a fun time. I love that they're both paperbacks. This is gorgeous. I was actually really influenced by a bookseller for this one, which is rare, okay? I could say no to a bookseller, but this was such an impulse buy because it was one of those like books at the counter, you know? When they told me that it's a female serial killer and they pointed out the bloody hammer on the cover, I was sold. I immediately said, all right, add it to my pile. It's over 300 pages. I guess that's pretty short still. I'm excited. First, Lost and Lassoed, baby. Yee fucking ha. Hope you enjoy this vlog.
Cause I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by?
Listen, I'm 174 pages in. I can explain. I swear this has like drugs in it. I don't even know. It's so addictive. It's giving me life. This is the key to happiness. The series, not to be dramatic or anything, but it's my reason for living right now.
I thought I was the key to happiness.
But first, reviews with Joey.
Yeah, it's so funny. We're sitting here reading together, and she's over here like swooning over this shit, and I'm reading about some dude butchering a bunch of high school teenagers. So that's fun.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Aaron Beauregard.
Aaron Beauregard.
I always want to say Beauregard.
It was cool because like
Beauregard.
this cover, I was hoping that like, they would actually do this, and yeah, they did it. It was pretty awesome.
Sweet.
Just ripped the chick's head off right off her shoulders.
It's perfect for October, which is when he started the book.
Yeah, it started the day before Halloween and is now November 10th.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it's not even 200 it's like 190 pages.
Someone's
And
not gonna reach his Goodreads goal.
yeah, the first 2 years I put my goal at 50 and I hit them. This year I was feeling...
You changed it in like March or something, right? You changed it throughout the
Yeah,
you
'cause I
had
think
it at 50.
Because I was doing really well in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And then I just
And then he
slumped
started to
down.
hate me and
No.
change his mind about his feelings for me
Oh my
and this
God.
channel. Okay, 174 pages in. First of all, single dad trope, I'll never understand why I love it. All roads lead here did that for me. I was telling Joey, I don't know if it's just like scratching some itch with like my daddy issues and like facing them. I don't know. Can't explain it. But it's a thing. I do like the single dad trope. This is hate to love. We find something out about their past that kind of changes your mind about things. If you know, you know. I don't know how else to explain that. There's also a child in the, well, obviously because it's a single dad trope. And I don't mind the child. She's fine. She's cool. Like I said before in plenty of vlogs prior to this one, I like is a strong word. I don't mind kids in books as long as they don't cock block every 2 seconds and as long as they have some morsel of intelligence, okay? As long as they're just not there to be annoying and just like a hindrance. So bad. But like if they're like, you know, saying some innocent thing that makes the adults think about how they feel, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if a kid goes like,
but mom, you love him,
or something, which she hasn't said in this, but like things like that to like make adults cogs turn. I like that. Like in here, there's a Twister scene, like literally a Twister game, and it was initiated, you know, the kid wanted to play Twister. So things like that. You can only imagine how that scene turned out, but I'm loving it. I'm listening to country while reading this. I'm gonna binge it. My new meds have been kicking my ass, so I've been in bed all day. I took a very long nap. No, it was like an hour, but still, that's long for me. Coffee's been helping though. Finally made coffee at like noonish, and now it's 2:15, and I'm gonna finish this, and then before I start You'd Look Better as a Ghost, I really need to work on the Book of Witching, which is my full moon book club pick, so I have to start that vlog and read at least like 50 pages of that because I need to get going. It's the 10th, the full moon's on the 15th, and I have to get the vlog up by the 14th. That just stressed me out. Fuck. And I don't have the audiobook. That's a whole different thing. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this. It's probably gonna be a keep. It's definitely gonna be a keep. Who am I kidding? I don't know. I'm lying to y'all. And it's most likely gonna be 5 stars. I gave Done and Dusted 4 stars, Swift and Saddled 5 stars, and this is probably gonna be a 5.
Say I cannot wait till the morning. Some things just have to be done in the middle of the pouring rain. I still remember the look in your face.
Hello from the same exact spot as I was, I don't know, 5 hours ago. I finished it. 5 stars. And just in time for Din Din, for pot roast, and corn, and potatoes. The epilogue was safe from the thing I hate the most, so love that. But the last sentence led to the 4th book. I think the 4th book's the last book, which is really fucking sad. She better write more. She better write more small town romances. It leads to the 4th one really well. I don't know, when I first started this, I totally forgot that it was about Teddy and Gus, and I got so excited when I saw the POV of the first chapter. I didn't read the synopsis because like, why is this so long on the back? But the 4th one, I know who it's about. Wild and Wrangled. It comes out in April. I already put it on my first draft of my 25 for 2025. This book has made me want to read romances for the rest of the year and just abandon all of my goals, but I won't. Maybe I'll just have a romance going at all times. This is a keep it, obviously. I literally want all these covers as art prints, but I'm not going to. It doesn't fit my aesthetic really. I really loved how this had had minimal cringe. These copper looking tabs are the cringy lines. There were a few like melodramatic moments. This whole metaphor with like flowers and like blooming instead of like letting it wither after the summer or whatever the fuck. That was eh. And there was also this one line that they kept saying over and over, like, it made me think of how I feel about him, but I don't want to think about that just yet, or whatever. Like, they kept saying things like that, or like iterations of that, and I was like, okay, this is getting kind of old. I'm still gonna give it 5 stars because I had such a fun time. I literally binged 250 pages of it today. So, woo! The single dad trope was great. The kid didn't get annoying until the very end. She was fine. Thought it was sweet. Thought it was cute. Super fun time. Loved it. Highly recommend the series if you're into the small town romances. Doesn't even have to be cowboy romances, just the small town vibes. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I forgot to mention, I ended up just reading Lost and Lassoed fully physically because I tried the audiobook. I tried like a couple pages of it. Hated it. I could not stand Teddy's voice in the first 3 words that she spoke, and then I tried a Gus chapter and I was like, yeah, I'm reading it faster physically anyway. So that's my take on the audiobook. I just can't stop looking at this cover. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I'm literally making my own rules and I feel bad even thinking about saying fuck it to You'd Look Better as a Ghost and just choosing romances. I fuck myself over with the timing of everything, but it'll be fine. So here's the sitch. I have come to the conclusion that I really need to start embracing the notion of it's my channel, I can do what I want. With that being said, I have decided I'm not gonna use the spinner wheel, at least for now, until I scratch my romance itch. So we're not gonna kick You'd Look Better as a Ghost, okay? We're still gonna read it. We're just gonna give it a little nudge. We're not fully kicking it. I just don't want to read it right now, and I don't want to do books a disservice just by not being in the mood for them. I'm already not in the mood for my full moon book club pick or any of my 24 for 2024, but I'm still trying to read those simultaneously. So I want at least one vlog where I am reading what I want, you know? And what I want is The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, and I match it perfectly. And it follows Bowen and Tamsin. His friend Declan is a ghost, asks him to attend a Yuletide wedding at a grand estate deep in the Welsh countryside. Tamsin is not a witch, but she makes her living off of them. Sells and procures magical items, and Bowen's one of her customers, and they fall in love. So it's Christmassy, Yuletide, you know? I think I'm in the mood for festivities. So we're gonna see if this one lives up to the first 2 books, because I gave the first 2 books 5 stars. If this is 5 stars, that'd be one of the rare ones, because I say I don't gravitate towards Christmas romances, but when I'm in the mood for them, I'm in the mood for them. Like Love Light Farms, I gave 5 stars. A Very Merry Bromance, 5 stars. I don't know when I'm gonna start this. Probably Wednesday, currently Monday. I just really have to work on my full moon book club. But yeah, I hope y'all don't hate me for not using the spinner wheel and not having the fun part. I guess the fun part will be the fact that I'm reading like silly, goofy romances. There is a chance that I'll be in the mood for a different genre when I scratch that romance itch. Like I said, that sounds very provocative. But we'll see. So all my patrons who are in the Discord who were talking me through this dilemma, thank you. Sash was like, Jan, I'm unsubscribing just because you stopped using the spinner wheel. And then she's like, don't you see how silly that sounds? It's your channel, do what you want. And I was like, that's the mindset I need to enter 2025 with. We're gonna start early in November, scrap my own rules. The spinner wheel will be back, I promise. But now, silly goofy romance is where the brain's at. I'm gonna go read everything but this at the moment because I have obligations, but I'm excited. This made me excited for this vlog again. Otherwise, I would have just put it off. I'm trying to end this Friday morning because this weekend is my Patreon readathon. I want to get at least 3 books into this vlog. That's always the goal for all my vlogs. So let's get it. I'll talk to y'all when I have an update on The Wedding Witch. Thank you for bearing with me. I know, it's so stupid. Like, why is my brain this way? Pardon the interruption. I just want to take this moment to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Raycon Everyday Earbuds. I could not wait to try these earbuds that they sent me. I usually use over-the-ear headphones for audiobooks in the gym and things like that, so I was excited to try just earbuds. These are the forest green color, and I chose the concrete case to go with it. They are wireless charging, they have touch controls, active noise cancellation, which is really nice because my over-the-ear headphones do not do that. They're water resistant and they have 32 hours of battery life. So you'll see in a sec, but they come with a few different sizes for the earbuds, which is really handy because you don't want them falling out, so you can customize them to fit your ear perfectly. So when I tried these, first of all, they're so comfy and they're so affordable. Raycon also offers 30 days of free returns if you're not satisfied. And this forest green color is so cute, and they come in other colors as well. They come in royal blue, black, and a blush violet. They have different cases as well. Like I said, I chose the concrete color, but they have like a galaxy one, they have a nice like pink and blue sky looking one, and a few others. But here's the one I chose. It just looks like a gray marble, and they just snap on like this. It's really easy. So before I go into testing them out and using them for my audiobook, I wanted to tell y'all about their Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal, where you can get 30% off their best-selling products, including these earbuds. All you have to do is click my link in the description down below. It's buyraycon.com/JANAGATON. These are the perfect affordable holiday gift for that special someone. They were really easy to pair with my phone, and they're perfect for audiobooks, perfect for going on runs, going to the gym, listening to reading ambiance. Yeah, thank you to Raycon once again for sponsoring this video. I'll be using these earbuds throughout the rest of this video and for the foreseeable future. Hello, I do not have a reading update for this vlog just yet, but I am planning on finishing my full moon book club pick tonight, so I should have a reading update for you for The Wedding Witch tomorrow. I just wanted to show you how wild it is that this just happened. Fucking Lost and Lassoed showed up, finally. This is a full week delayed. Tomorrow we're gonna go to Barnes and exchange this for something else. Anyway, I'm so excited to start The Wedding Witch. I did hear from one of my patrons, Nat, from Nerdy Nat Reads. She just finished it today, and she said it's not as good as the first two. She said they don't spend a lot of time at whatever the small town's name is, Graves Glen or something like that, and the characters weren't too different from the first two, but I love the characters in the first two. Nat and I have disagreed on a few books, so we shall see. I think this is gonna end up being like a small town romance vlog, because after this one, if I start Juniper Hill, that's also a small town romance. Another green cover romance book I have is Tame the Heart, also a small town romance, but I don't think I'm gonna get to a fourth book in this vlog. That's a sneak peek into the rest of the plans for this vlog, since it is Tuesday. Sorry, this is a shit show. Happy Wednesday, my dudes. Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to wear green every day of this vlog, so pat my back for staying on theme at least one way since we're not doing the spinner wheel. Why is there still a small part of me that feels guilty that we're not doing the spinner wheel? I don't know. I think it's just because it's the second episode and I'm already straying away from what I said this series is gonna be like, but whatever. Again, it's my channel, I can do what I want. So I binged like 100 pages of this on chapter 8, page 104, and I'm liking it. I mean, halfway through and nothing has really happened. Tamsin works for Bowen as an acquirer, which acquires magical items or whatever. I don't really understand. Shocking. I know. He's like, I don't need you in December. So she's like, okay, let me go find other jobs. In the meantime, do some freelance work. She finds this job that pays $1 million, like right off the bat. And she has to find this item. So she disguises herself, goes undercover. She goes to this wedding, and he also goes to said wedding wedding because his ghost friend Declan is the ex of the bride, and he was like, I just need you to do me a solid and go to this wedding so at least someone who cares about me will be thinking about me at this wedding and like it'll hurt less or whatever. I don't really know the logic behind it, but he sees Tamsin there and we go from there. They find the item. She tells Bowen her situation. They see where this item is. Now we're figuring out how to get it. I don't think any of that is a spoiler, but I guess I'm not gonna say what the item is and where it was and whatever. But we are almost halfway through. I mean, their banter is good. I feel like it is fairly slow burn for how short it is. But yeah, my friend was right. They are not in Gravesglen. They're elsewhere at all times. I've laughed a few times. I think the humor in these books are great. All three of them so far. It's not too heavy on the Christmas talk, so I do appreciate that. Why does this say delightfully spooky novel? I don't think this is spooky at all. We see characters from the other books. It's a cute time. I do think I'm gonna be able to finish this today if I hustle. But today, once Joey gets home, my friend Tatsu, I've mentioned her before. I've known her since like middle school. She just came back from Greece and actually just told me she bought us Greek snacks to try for a vlog. So she's gonna come drop those off later. At some point, I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble and exchange Lost and Lassoed. I haven't fully decided what I want. I think I'm definitely gonna get a paperback romance, and I'm kind of leaning towards Binding 13. I don't know why. It's an 800-page romance. I do love my long romances, and All Roads Lead Here was the reason for that. And then I read, 4 Lauren Asher books, and I do like the long romances. I was never one who was, well, at first, before All Roads Lead Here, I was like, why does a romance need to be 500, 600 pages? But I get it, and I like it. I mean, 800 pages. I don't know. I heard that series by Chloe Walsh, you get really invested in the characters, and y'all know I'm a character-driven reader, so I am kind of leaning towards that, but I don't know. And I think next year is gonna be like my year of a lot of romance books, just because this year has just been too stressful. I need to shift gears here. I already made my first draft for my 25 for 2025. Also, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. I think I'm getting sick, but I made my first draft. I told myself I'd just make them horror and romance and maybe a couple thrillers, so that should be doable for next year. Maybe it'll be the year I actually accomplish all of them, because this year I still have 9 books left and I'm almost done with Silver Under Nightfall, and I've started 3 other ones. I've given up on A Day of Fallen Night because I want the paperback edition of that anyway, so if I have to unhaul it, then whatever. Either way, I wouldn't accomplish the entire list. So hopefully next year will be the year, because I'm being even more strategic than I was this year. I've mentioned that project too many times. I went on a 40-minute walk and I used my Raycon Everyday Earbuds and they worked. They stayed in my ears. I used the awareness mode, which means like you can still hear your surroundings, because I'm a small girl. I don't want noise canceling mode on when I'm out and about by myself. You know what I mean? So there is that option as well that I appreciate. I'm gonna continue my lunch, this booktube video. I'll update y'all when I'm either almost done with The Wedding Witch or completely done. Look who joined me on my shopping endeavors, because I could always count on them.
Surprised? Is this gonna be it?
We've been here for like 10 minutes. I only bought 1 book. I bought Binding 13. I will not be taking any further questions. I didn't even know they had a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I was so glad because I hate those original covers. So hopefully by the time I finally muster up the courage to read that, the Barnes & Noble edition for the second book will be out by then. I do have a reading update. I got to page 172, so I have a little bit over 100 pages left. Literally, I think it's like 278 pages, so I have like 106 pages left. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. I think this one's gonna be a kick it. I think it's gonna be a low 3. Listen, the things they're saying to each other and thinking about each other are really cute. The problem is I don't feel like they have chemistry, 1. 2, this book takes a turn, and it's a turn that I don't like. There's this trope that I don't like. It's not the pregnancy trope yet, but it's something else that I really don't like in books, and I was sure as hell not expecting from this book, which is so disappointing. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, it literally says it in the fucking synopsis. This is why I need to read synopses, man. Sometimes you can't go into shit blind because then you regret it, like me. The mix of that very strong spell combined with a wedding mishap transports Bowen and Tamsin into Tywell House's past to the Yuletide celebration of 1957. As Bowen and Tamsin work together to get back to the present, they must also face off with the origins of Tywell House's haunting. There's fucking time travel in this, and I can't stand it. I was not expecting it. I should have read the synopsis. I mean, I probably would have read it regardless, so I'm kind of glad I didn't know, because I'm still gonna finish it, because I do love this series. I love the first 2 books, but I don't need this book on my shelf, so this is probably gonna be a kick it, but I'm not gonna DNF. Probably gonna get rid of it, unless it redeems itself at the end, but I'm more than halfway through. It started off as almost a slow burn, and I was like, why is it a slow burn for this short of a book? I appreciated that, but at the same time, once the burn was there, it was just like obsessive in a not cute way. Like, he was so head over heels for her, and usually I love that, right? Like the he falls first trope or whatever, but in this it was kind of annoying. I don't know, something about these 2 characters, I'm just not feeling it, and that sucks. What they were saying and what the author was writing, that shit was cute. Like, there was this one quote that was like, from the moment you walked into the pub, I knew you would be the making and the ruins of me, or whatever, and I was like, that's cute if it were said by any other character that's not this guy. I'm not swooning, I'm just like, oh, that's cute, and I tab it, but I'm not like Rebel Blue Ranch type of swooning, you know? I'll be finishing this tomorrow, and then my next book's gonna be Juniper Hill, like I said, which I am really excited for, even though there is a trope in there that I also don't like, but I know damn well it's not time travel, so. Okay, good night. I gotta get up early and get my October wrap-up uploaded, because it's almost late. I like to get my wrap-ups up before the 15th, and tomorrow's the 14th, so we're really cutting it close. But I had fun binging. There's 170 something pages of this. I didn't think it was gonna be 5 stars anyway. Hi, it's been quite the day. I'm actually sick. I predicted correctly yesterday, so I'm struggling right now, but still wearing green, still red. I finished The Wedding Witch. I left work early and I slept. I slept until the time that I would have come home from work, which was like 5-ish, 6-ish. And then I got my October wrap-up uploaded, so yay me. And then I sat here and read the last 78 pages, which took me a lot longer than it needed to because Joey got us ice cream and we watched my Carmilla video where we made each other boo baskets, and yeah, I was just like procrastinating. But anyway, I'm gonna give this 2 stars. 2 stars, and I'm kicking it. That's so disappointing because I just bought it. I might actually start posting on Pango again. That's why I finished annotating it till the end, because I do sell annotated books. Because they sell every now and then, you know. If not, Half Price Books does take annotated books, just so you know. 2 stars. I didn't like that they got together and then they did the time travel thing and there was no more pining. The whole plot was just them trying to get back to 2024 and trying to do this thing in 1957 in order for them to get back. I just hate time travel books so much. Like, can we not? The only one that I'm like not eager to read, that I know I will read eventually because it's on my scratch off poster, is The Time Traveler's Wife, just because I know it'll also be sad. Those steamy scenes were good, but because I didn't really like the characters or didn't really care for them or didn't feel their chemistry, that took away from how good the steamy scenes were. Like, there's this bathtub scene that was really hot, but the fact that it was them two, I felt nothing. I was just like, ooh, but not like, you know what I mean? There was like this little twist and the ending was rushed. It was just like doing a lot for such a short book. It's under 300 pages. There's something about these characters that just didn't do it for me. It might be how fast they got together. I think it's just because the majority of the book they were together, and I like a good like pining, yearning, chasing, flirting type thing, you know? Like hard to get. This was like, there was tension for like 2 chapters and then it was over. So this is not going on my list of exceptions for my Christmas romances. I did not like this and I'm getting rid of it. So this is a kick it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how fast I'm gonna be able to finish Juniper Hill. I might have to do like a simultaneous vlog situation for my Patreon readathon this weekend. I might have to take an extra day. I can't just have 2 books in a keep it or kick it vlog. I mean, granted, one was keep it and one was kick it, so that worked out, but like I want to have at least one more. So I'm gonna try to start Juniper Hill tonight. It's like not 10 o'clock yet. yet, but I do need to get some sleep, so I'm gonna at least start it. I'm gonna pick out my tabs and at least start it. I haven't gotten up at 5 all of November, and it's the 14th. Maybe tomorrow's the day. Probably not, because I'm sick. I'm so glad it's Friday. Oh my god. Camera's flashing at me. So that's my cue to go. I'll talk to you hopefully when I look cuter. Hello. I'm alive. I just got back from work, still wearing green. I have a slight reading update. First of all, I've decided that I'm gonna simultaneously vlog and put my full thoughts of Juniper Hill here, but I'm also gonna count it toward a prompt for my Layer Readathon. We're gonna multitask, it'll be fine. I'm 50 pages into this. I read a lot on my lunch break. I'm liking it, and I think it's just cause it's Devney Perry, but I feel like if it were almost any other author, I'd be like, this kid is pissing me off. It's a 2-month-old baby, so it's crying all the time and shit, and it's like ruining the mom's life. Apparently she used to be like, my voice is gone. I was sick yesterday, like I said, and I was belting out Taylor Swift's, the 10-minute version of All Too Well in the car on my way home. So excuse that. Yeah, so she used to be this New York socialite. She had a driver and everything, and then she takes her 2-month-old baby and drives to Montana to take this hotel job to work for one of the Eden Sisters Hotel. I think I read the first chapter in the excerpt from Indigo Ridge. That was at the end of it. I don't remember, but I was like, this sounds familiar. But one of the brothers, Knox, agreed reluctantly to have our main character, Memphis, stay in his loft at his place on Juniper Hill, which is this like secluded area in Quincy. He's all grumpy and shit, but he's obviously attracted to her, but like her baby has woken him up and it's like this whole hassle, but he's definitely attracted to her and she's attracted to him, but they're not telling each other. She is just like trying to stay on her feet, get back on her feet. We don't know why she had to flee New York. I'm assuming it was an abusive relationship or something like that, but I don't know. I don't want to assume things. But she's mentioned an ex once or twice, how like she's been there, done that before with something that hurt her or whatever. I'm sure it'll get revealed at some point, probably during a heart-to-heart with the guy. I don't know. Can you tell I've read a lot of romance lately? Knox is the chef at the inn, Eloise Inn. Eloise is the sister who hired Memphis. She's like super nice and just has so much empathy for people, so she's like, oh my god, make her tacos. She hasn't eaten anything but fast food in like days. That is the premise with this. It's going by quickly, so I'm really hoping to finish it tomorrow, but I'm gonna be bouncing around with a few books, so we'll see about that. But I believe this will be a keep, mainly because it's the second book in a series of like 6 books, and I don't want to just like get rid of the second one. I don't know, Devney Perry has my heart. There's something about her writing, but this is what I mean by books with kids. I don't mind a kid in books if the kid plays a role. Like in Lost and Lassoed, she was fine, she was cool, but if you're just a 2-month-old baby just making the woman suffer, I'm gonna get annoyed, you know? I don't know why I prefer the single dad trope over the single mom trope. I don't know what that says about me, but that's that. I also have some unboxings. I have an ARC from Macmillan. I have a Pango order and an Amazon order. I don't know what this is going to be. Oh, Rose of Jericho by Alex Grecian. Okay, so I just bought, was it Red Rabbit by this author recently, and it's a Western horror. I think it's a companion novel of some sort, but it says it's a supernatural horror story where ghosts and ghouls are the least of a witch's problems in 19th century New England. Thank you, Tor Nightfire, for sending this. Okay, so this was totally Tori from Tori Between Pages' fault. Peaches and Honey by R. Rada. She read some quotes in her vlog. She said this is very Addie LaRue coded, so of course I immediately added to cart. Oh, I got Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy, which I would love to read very soon, for the end of the year for sure. This is supposed to be really fucked up, and it's an isolated setting. It takes place at a rest stop bathroom, so I heard it gets unhinged. Oh yeah, Christmas Tree Farm. I think I'm gonna read this next month, obviously for December, mainly because it's the buzzword for Buzzwordathon. Oh, I got more pens because mine are all running out of ink, and that's it from Amazon. And then from Pango, I'm gonna need my box. Oh wait, scissors. Look at that. I've been influenced. Like I said, I'm in a romance mood, obviously, hence this vlog of romance books. I did it, y'all. I bought the fucking Maple Hills series. I was not interested in any of these until Gabby read Daydream. I saw this in person too, and I was like, that is a really cute cover. And then I was like, what if I would like Icebreaker though? And there's a special edition that's about to come out on the 19th that I saw. It looks gorgeous, but I was like, I don't need it. Let me just get the entire series from Pango for $21. A steal. That's like $7 per book. I heard you don't have to read these in order, but I think I might. The only one I'm really nervous nervous about is Wildfire because I think there's like a whole like drinking game and it takes place at summer camp. I don't know, but whatever. I am excited for Daydream though. So that's my little haul for the night. I'll talk to y'all when I have a Juniper Hill update, but I think tonight I'll be reading something else for my Patreon readathon. Maybe I'll try to get 100 pages into Juniper Hill because I was really enjoying it. I got part of the pages at the bottom wet during my lunch, and I also got pen on the side, and I'm just a fucking disaster. I'm gonna clean up this mess. I'll talk to you later, boy. Okay. Don't hate me, but for the sake of my sanity, I think I'm gonna have to end this vlog. I think I'm gonna have to end it prematurely. But I read 2 books and I could basically tell you my final thoughts on this. Not my final thoughts because obviously I have so much of it left. I got to page 70 today. I have a very strong feeling that it'll be 4 stars. I don't think it'll be 5 just because of the single mom trope that I'm not a fan of. Again, for some reason, I like the single dad trope but not the single mom. I don't know how misogynistic of me, but I don't know. It's just a me thing. I'm not like DNFing because of it or anything. Like I know I'm gonna like the chemistry because Devney Perry just has that talent. I just personally need to end this vlog because I need the closure. I can't have outstanding vlogs right now because I need to edit and get this up for the sponsorship time frame sake. Speaking of, I want to thank Raycon once again for sending me their everyday earbuds and sponsoring this video. I've really enjoyed using them these past couple days and I'm going to continue using them because they're handy for everyday use. All the information will be linked down below. Check them out if you're in need of new earbuds. The holidays are right around the corner if you need an easy, affordable gift. We had a keep it, a kick it, and most likely a keep it. Actually, like 99% a keep it. I can't see why I wouldn't keep it, especially because it's only the 2nd book in series that I have the rest of the books of already physically. So technically 2 keep its, 1 kick it. I gave Lost and Lassoed 5 stars. Right now it's my best book of November so far, and we're more than halfway through the month, so we shall see what other books I read. But for my final thoughts for Juniper Hill, if I don't finish in my Patreon readathon, then it'll be in a later vlog. Otherwise, it'll absolutely be in my November wrap-up. There's that. I'm pretty spot on with my ratings for romances usually, so just do with that information what you will, and I'm gonna love you and leave you here. If you made it to the end of this video, let's put a green heart emoji to represent the color of this Keep It or Kick It episode. I'm sorry it was a little bit rushed and all over the place, but like I just really wanted to do another one of these episodes because it's so much fun for me. But next time we're definitely going to be using the spinner wheel, I promise. Thank you so much for watching and dealing with my chaos. Hope you had a 5-star day. Don't forget to do some self-care and I'll see you in my next video.